What if the ordinary coin in your pocket was quietly holding on to a piece of American history worth far more than 50 cents? Imagine this. You're digging through an old drawer or maybe your grandparents' change jar, and your fingers close around a 1977 Kennedy half-dollar. It feels heavy, cool, familiar, but something about it stops you. The profile of a young president stares back with quiet intensity. On the other side, a powerful eagle spreads its wings. Most people would spend it without a second thought. But collectors, they know better. This coin carries secrets, stories, and in the right hands, it can turn into something extraordinary. The camera slowly zooms in on the coin's edge, light catching the reeded ridges like a whisper from the past. Fade to black and white footage of 1963, Dallas, a motorcade, a nation frozen in shock. John F. Kennedy was gone, but America refused to let his legacy fade. Just weeks after the assassination, Congress rushed through legislation for a new half-dollar. The Kennedy half-dollar was born, not just as currency, but as a living memorial. By 1977, the coin had evolved. After the special bicentennial designs of 1976, it returned to its classic look. Over 43 million were struck in Philadelphia, another 31 million in Denver. No massive rarities here in raw numbers. But numbers never tell the full story. These coins weren't just minted. They were witnesses to a changing America. Post-Vietnam recovery, cultural shifts, a nation finding its footing again. Close up on the Obverse. Gilroy Roberts' masterful portrait of Kennedy. Strong jaw, determined gaze, hair swept back with incredible detail. Liberty arches above. In God we trust below. The date 1977 sits at the bottom, a quiet anchor in time. Every line, every curve was designed to honor a fallen leader while reminding us of resilience. Run your fingers over a high-grade example, and you can almost feel the weight of that moment in history. Now flip it. Frank Gasparo's reverse, a majestic bald eagle, wings spread wide in triumph, clutching an olive branch of peace in one talon and arrows of strength in the other. 13 stars above represent the original colonies, United States of America, and half-dollar frame the powerful scene. This isn't just an eagle, it's a symbol of American power and hope, soaring through the turbulent 1970s. Most people miss the hidden details that make collectors' hearts race. Look closer at Kennedy's hair, those fine strands above the ear. In pristine condition, they're sharp, almost lifelike. Check the cheek and jawline for any marks that could dull the portrait. On the reverse, study the eagle's feathers. The best examples show every barb clearly defined, with deep, mirror-like fields around the design. Tiny imperfections. They're there if you know where to look. Subtle die scratches, faint doubling on some letters, or planche flaws that only a trained eye catches. Mint marks add another layer of intrigue. No mark? Philadelphia. A small D on the reverse below the eagle's tail? Denver. These tiny letters hold power. While both mints produced millions, the Denver coins sometimes show slightly different strike qualities. And then there are the proof versions from San Francisco. Stunning, mirror-like finishes reserved for collectors. But the real magic happens in everyday circulation strikes that somehow survive decades without wear. Here's where the suspense builds. Pull out your own 1977 half-dollar if you have one. Hold it to the light. Is the surface clean? Does it still glow with original luster? Condition is everything. A worn, circulated coin might be worth only face value, but one in uncirculated condition. That's when things get interesting. MS-65 examples can bring $20 to $50 or more. Push into MS-66 or MS-67 territory, and prices climb dramatically. Hundreds, sometimes thousands for the absolute best. One legendary 1977D in MS-64 once hammered for over $9,000 at auction. Yes, $9,000 for a coin most people ignore. But why do some collectors become obsessed? It's not just money, it's the hunt, the emotional pull. Every Kennedy half-dollar connects you directly to one of the most pivotal moments in modern American history. Holding one feels like touching courage, loss, and hope all at once. Collectors chase that feeling, the rush of discovering a gem in a roll of bank coins, the satisfaction of completing a set, the stories they can tell their kids. Coin collecting isn't just a hobby, it's time travel. It's preserving pieces of our shared past before they disappear forever. Imagine the scene. It's 1977. Disco lights flash in clubs. Star Wars hits theaters. Gas lines stretch around blocks. And in pockets across the country, these half-dollars circulate quietly, carrying Kennedy's image through everyday life. Picture families at dinner tables, kids flipping the coin to decide who does dishes, road trips where it pays for tolls. Each coin has its own invisible journey, passed from hand to hand, surviving machines, pockets, and time itself. Grading adds another thrilling chapter. Professional services like PCGS and NGC examine every detail under high magnification, surface marks, strike quality, eye appeal. They all matter. A coin graded MS-67 isn't just rare, it's a masterpiece. The fields are nearly flawless. The details pop like the day it left the mint. Collectors pay premiums for that perfection because it's so hard to find. One tiny scratch can drop the value dramatically. That tension between common and extraordinary keeps the passion alive. What about errors? Real ones exist. Struck-throughs, clips, off-center strikes. While 1977 isn't famous for major varieties, subtle imperfections can still boost value significantly. Always examine yours carefully. That strange mark might be nothing, or it might be the key to a small fortune. But remember, authenticity matters. Stick to reputable grading for big money. The psychology of collecting runs deep. Some chase profit, others chase connection. Many simply love the history, the way these coins link generations. Your grandfather might have carried one. Your mom might have received one as change after a movie. Now it's in your hands. That continuity feels profound in our fast-moving digital world. Nostalgia meets discovery. Past meets present. Zoom in dramatically on the coin spinning slowly, light dancing across the surfaces. B-roll of bustling 1970s streets fades into modern collectors at shows, eyes lighting up as they examine specimens under lamps. The contrast hits hard. This small piece of metal bridges decades. Rare coin, valuable coin, historical coin. These terms get thrown around, but for the 1977 Kennedy half-dollar, they ring true in the highest grades. Most are common, yes, but the elite examples? They're treasures. Coin value depends on condition, eye appeal, and that intangible wow factor. A beautifully toned specimen, or one with exceptional strike, can command serious attention from serious collectors. As we near the end of this journey, picture yourself at a coin show or scrolling through auction results late at night. Your heart beats a little faster when you spot a 1977 in top condition. That thrill never gets old. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just starting your collection, this coin invites you in. It asks you to look closer, to care more, to preserve something meaningful. The Kennedy half-dollar of 1977 isn't flashy. It doesn't scream for attention like some key dates. But that quiet strength is exactly why it endures. It reminds us that greatness often hides in plain sight, that history lives in the details most people overlook, and that sometimes the most valuable things aren't the rarest, but the ones that carry the deepest stories. So the next time you find one, don't just spend it. Pause. Examine it. Let it take you back. You might be holding more than 50 cents. You might be holding a piece of America's soul. What's the oldest coin you've ever found in change? Drop your stories in the comments below. I read every single one. And if this video sparked your curiosity about coin collecting, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. We're diving deeper into hidden numismatic treasures every week. Your next big find might be just one video away. Thanks for watching. Keep hunting. Keep discovering. And remember, history is all around us, even in our pockets. See you in the next one.